I'm Jen, and today I'm going to show you how I roast a chicken. It's not a complicated thing. I know some people can be intimidated by it, but it really is easy. There's no other way to put it. And I love roasting a whole chicken because that gives me options for leftovers. With the leftover chicken, I'll make things like enchiladas or soup or some sort of a casserole. So it's really a wonderful thing to learn how to do. Don't be intimidated. Very easy. Just follow what I do and you'll have a delicious chicken in no time. Alright, so the first thing obviously is I have my chicken here. I have it cleaned. I made sure that there was no leftover feathers or anything like that from the butcher. Excuse the little guy. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck the wings because the wing tips can get dark. So I'm just going to take and tuck them underneath, and that will prevent them from getting dark. Now I will say, if you can notice, is I don't have a roasting rack in here. Normally I would, but I have to get a new one. I disposed of the last one because it was just getting old. And you know, and the Teflon, I think it was Teflon coating was peeling, and I'm not going to cook with that. So this will work also. It's just that your chicken's going to be sitting directly in the bottom, and typically I do like to elevate it a little bit. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to wash my hands. That's really all of the preparation that I do with the actual bird. Is I just clean it and I tuck the wings underneath, and then I'm ready to season. And I don't do anything fancy. I use Lowry's seasoning salt and I just give it a good sprinkle. And my birds always come out very brown and almost like they're out of a magazine. That's what my husband tells me. And then I just do a little bit of parsley for, oh, this one's not open. I have to find which one it is. And then I just sprinkle a little bit of parsley on as well, just to put a little bit of something green on there because, you know, seasoning salt doesn't have anything like that. And that's it. That's all I do for seasoning. I do the seasoning salt, and then I do a little bit of parsley. Once in a while, I will use a little bit of poultry seasoning. So let's go ahead and just add a touch of this. And you can see very lightly, and just a touch, because it's kind of a strong flavor. And then I have 2 cups of chicken broth that I just pour into the bottom of the pan, just to make sure that my turkey, or it's not a turkey, it's a chicken, to make sure that my chicken doesn't dry out while it's in the oven. And then I will keep an eye on the liquid levels. If it gets too low, I will add more broth as it's cooking, because I do baste my chicken about every 15 minutes, if I can remember. Sometimes I forget. Don't be like me, don't forget. But then I've just put this into a preheated 425 degree oven for an hour and a half. Before I take it out, I do check the temperature, and as long as between the breast and the thigh in this area gets to be 175, your chicken is done. And I'll go over the last steps with you when I take this out. But for now, I'm just going to put this in the oven for an hour and a half. Again, sorry about him. He's having a good old time over there. Okay, so my chicken is in, and then in about 15 minutes I will come back and I will start basting. I have my handy dandy baster, but that's really it. It's so simple. I mean, you don't have to be intimidated by roasting a chicken. I just love doing it because now I will have, because there's only the 3 of us, I will have plenty of options for leftovers coming up in the next few days. I will see you guys in an hour and a half. Alright guys, so the chicken is done. I took it out of the oven. I can actually turn that off now. It's summertime, it's hot. I don't need it running if it doesn't need to be on. But I checked the temperature, and with my thermometer, of course, and it is above 175. So the chicken is done. I don't need to put it into the oven, but it does need to rest for a half an hour before I can cut into it. So what I do is I take a piece of parchment paper and lay it across the top, and then I cover it with foil to keep the heat in while it's resting. Because if I just put the foil on top, it will stick. The skin will stick to the foil, and then when I take the foil off, it won't be pretty anymore. And you know, part of all the work is having a pretty chicken. And of course, you got to be careful because it's hot. So I'm going to use my pot holders here to try to get this down and around. And that's really it. You have roasted chicken. I mean, it comes out, it looks beautiful. And I will show you at the very end when I take it out of the pan. And I drain, what I'll do, I will come back at the end when I take it out of this pan, and I will just show you what it looks like when it's completely done and rested, and we will cut into it together. All right, I will see you guys in about half an hour. Okay, so it's been resting, and now it's time to take this off. And I'm just going to take it out and put it onto a plate. Let me get these things out of the way here. And don't try this at home, kids. You can do however that you feel you can safely take the chicken out. But this is my way. I take a pair of tongs closed, and I stick it inside the cavity of the bird. And I just lift it over to the plate. That's how I do it. I will save these juices because they will make a delicious gravy. I'm not sure if I'm going to do gravy tonight, but I'm not going to throw that away just yet. This is my finished roasted chicken. And you saw me make it. It's very little effort at all, so I highly recommend roasting a chicken because, like I said, I use this and I will use the leftovers for enchiladas, chicken soup, casseroles. I mean, there's so many different things that you can use this for. Even chicken tacos, chicken chili, you know, the list goes on and on. Should we cut this? Let's cut. Excuse the little guy. So we will just give this bird a cut so that you can see how juicy this is inside. And I am in no stretch of the imagination a professional carver. Oops, didn't cut through all that. My husband's family, his uncle specifically, professional at this. I mean, he could tear this down in minutes. And like I said, it is delicious. Very good. Very good. But my little guy is hungry too. So I'm going to end this video. Please give it a try. I know you'll like it. If you like me, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Hit the like on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.